Hi guys, welcome. Do you remember my Philodendron Paraiso Verde? Here she is. Remember guys, I propagated her. This was time ago. Basically this is the mother plant. I propagated it and I sold the cutting that I did, and now the mother plant has grown again. I can't even get the whole thing on the video properly, but look at this. There's a reason I've got this plant here, just a normal house plant, basically because I will show you in a minute, but this has overgrown. This was the mother plant. Let me show you guys where I took a cutting from. Looking at this, I don't even know where I took a cutting from. That's how well this has grown. This wasn't even there. This grew after I did the cutting, so this plant here just grew separately. The variegation on this is quite nice. It's really nice. Look at that. Right, so I took a cutting from here. Oh, there it is. Look guys, I cut it there. Luckily I found that. So I took a cutting from here, and then this grew, and then this grew. So that was the extra plant that just grew out of it. So that's that. And this cutting that I took is here, and it grew massively guys, massively. I can't even get it into the camera properly. Look at the leaves, they're really big, you know. So that's that. And what happened guys is these roots, the roots that grow while the plant is growing, can go directly into the soil and start growing. So what this one did was it went into the soil next to the plant it was already next to. So yeah, I didn't know that. I saw roots growing like such, and I actually put them in the roots while they're growing out, so I can just like facilitate them to go in. So if this got a bit longer, I can just drag it and navigate it so it goes into the soil. This one by itself went into the soil next door, hence it should have some soil roots in there too. So I'm going to propagate this. So I'm going to take a cutting from here and put this whole plant directly into a new pot of soil, and I'll have a new plant there. And then I'll take another cutting from here, because there's roots that are going in there, and that will be another plant. And I can take another, no, I'll just leave that one. I could take another cutting from here, but I won't do that because I'll have to water propagate it or do some sort of propagation to get the roots out, because the roots aren't in the soil. But other than that, I can actually take 1-2 cutting from this plant and have a very small one leaf plant, and have a very large plant, and still have the mother plant. So I hope I'm making enough sense, but this is how it looks. So yeah guys, let me set up where I can start taking cuttings. Okay guys, I hope this is a good view. I'm just going to bring the plant down so you guys can have a better look at how big this baby has become. So that is how she looks. Now I am just going to, she's even become wonky. So the roots have gone into this soil here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to take this out, take the roots out, see where it is, and then cut it here. So that's what I'm going to do. So for this guys, I am just going to place a plastic mat underneath, that way I can take this plant out. So I could take the roots out of it carefully. Oh my word. Yes, do be careful, Ruby. Look at that, guys. Roots are coming out from the bottom. I don't even know what plant root that is. Okay, so I'm just gonna slightly... Oh wow, guys. I am not messing about with you here. Look at that. Guys, are you looking? Oh, no, you can't see. Here, look. Look at that. That is from the Paraiso Verde. Look at that, guys. Wonderful. Bloody heck, I'm excited, isn't it? Trust me, I didn't think it would root that much in soil that quickly. This did root really fast. So there's the root from this part of the stem, so I'm just gonna cut it in the middle here, guys. Oh, and it probably grew bigger because it had all this. Where is it? Let me move that out of the way. Look at that, guys. Look at this plant. Look at that. Let me get all of this potted up and I will give you a better look. But look at that. Flaming heck, I'm surprised myself. I swear, guys. You really do get my true reactions, don't you? Oh boy. Okay, so now I'm gonna place this in there like that. This pot seems to be not big enough, but for now I will keep it in there so the roots are quite snug. And I am just going to put soil and aroid mix, very airy, inside there. The cutting, it can be calloused over, but because the root is so great, I am not worried about this cutting at all. And then what I could do is just stick, no, look, I could just stick this root, aerial root. An aerial root is the root that's growing while the plant is growing. It's not a soil root, water root, anything like that. It's just a root that's growing in the air. Clever me. In the air. Oh, it's getting tangled with the other plant, guys. When I talk, I just get carried away with myself. I could do that later. Let me place this in properly. I'm just going to squash it in. Give it enough soil. There we go. Now, guys, can you see? There's one root here, aerial root, and one here. So I'm going to place both of them into the soil. Actually, there's another one here, really outgrown. Put that in there too. So we'll have loads of new roots and what have yous. And this plant hopefully should be one of my best new plants ever. I was actually going to sell this, guys. That's why I took a cutting. But now I'm in two minds of even selling it because like, look how nice it is. How can I sell it? But anyways, we will cross that bridge when we come to it. Need a bit more time to think. There we go. I'm going to put this stump in there just to hold it up. And yeah, put that in there to hold that up. So I'll let you guys see how this is looking from afar just for now. Fantastic. And I will do the next cutting. Let's leave that there. The next one, guys, is here. Do you know what? Actually, let me put my plant, my baby, This is a Signomia, and just a green form. Pretty nice house plant. I got this as a really tiny baby, really small, like that big there, few leaves, and look how big it is now. Even though other plants are trying to take over, she's still doing very well. That's it, that's done, she's sorted. Now again guys, can you see the roots on that? It's absolutely amazing, and I've only got a few left after cutting that off. So what I'm planning to do is take a one leaf cutting this one, because the roots should be nice in there as well. So I'm gonna have to take this out and just show you guys and see for myself how big these roots are. This does need repotting, clearly guys, because this pot is far too small. But again, once I take the cuttings, so the big plants out, it's sometimes okay if the roots are very snug. Oh wow. Oh guys, now where am I? Wow, what has wounded up here? This one guys has wounded up. Let me move that out of your way. This one guys is that one cutting that I'm trying to take that has wrapped around because it hasn't had any space in here, and then went to the bottom and wrapped around there. So these roots are gonna rip, seriously rip, but what can I do right now, right? There is no way of me untangling this. It's that badly wrapped around. To untangle this properly or half decently, I'll need at least a couple of hours, I'm just saying. So what I'm going to try and do, the roots are going to rip. A lot of them, they will produce new roots guys, and there's enough of it. We're good. We're good. Oh wow. This has done really amazing stuff guys, but I'm sorry I'm having to rip you like this. Right now I don't have much of a choice. I think that belongs to that one, and yeah. Right, so all of that guys, look at that. That is no joke. This has done really well. Guys, I think I propagated this the last time, it's been like a year or so. So considering, so I'm just gonna cut it here, and it's just got this one leaf. Considering 1 year's worth, not bad. What happened here? Oh my gosh, somehow I seem to have taken it apart from this root guys. I think it was stuck on this one. Listen guys, don't. Anyways, look, it's got enough. I'm not complaining. It's got more than enough, and I need a new pot to plant this in. So I'm gonna do that, and with this one I'm gonna put it back into its old pot. I'm gonna just take off some of the old soil so I can give it some fresh soil. Take off as much as I can there, and I'm going to just place this back in to the old pot because now it's got more space. And I find the snugger this stays, the more it seems to grow better. So this, not that the pot should be so small it's not growing at all. No, absolutely not. You do need the pot to be big enough. But this is doing very well in this pot. So really and truly can't complain. So there it is guys. There. And let me get a pot for this cutting. And let me throw all this away. So all the old soil and the roots and everything else is gonna go in the bin. I'm not reusing this soil, it's far too old. So here's the pot and here's the roots. Even though it's only one leaf, look at the roots, guys. It's so long, I needed a big pot for it. So there we go. That's how it's looking. Try and keep this in the middle. And just put some fresh soil in to the pot, like so. The stump, you could keep it out if it's like that, so it doesn't rot by any chance. There you go, guys. That's the mother plant, still there. I'm just going to show you a close-up, guys, of how it's looking right now. So here it is, guys. Messy pot, messy plant, but just to give you a quick close-up, hopefully depending on when I do this video again, guys, you will get an update. Here it is. That was the top cutting that I took from the mother plant, and that's how it looks. This is the second cutting I took, the one leaf cutting, and that's how it looks. And this is the mother plant itself, and this is how she's looking. So I took the cutting from just there. So not bad, guys. That leaf's gonna unfurl soon. This one just unfurled. And yeah, guys, this is how it looks. This is how it's looking. So guys, this is a 1 month update. Here it is. Which one should I start with? Let me start with the mother plant. Here it is, guys. So after propagating, the mother plant is doing fantastic. This new leaf unfurled, and here it is. So the mother plant has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leaves. And how is the cutting doing? I took the cutting from here. It's growing a new growth point just there, just there. And there's another new growth point. So it's doing very well, I would say. 1 month later, it's doing perfectly fine. The first cutting I took from the mother plant, here it is. Here's the luscious leaf, the lovely variegation on some of them. And guys, this had more leaves. So about 4 leaves turned yellow and dropped off. I actually had to take them off. And there's a new growth point. Other than that, it is doing very well. There is no new growth point other than the one that was already there. This leaf unfurled, and like I said, guys, 4 of the leaves I had to take off, and it's growing a bit wild, like woof, I'm out there. But this plant is known to do that. If you want to tame it, you have to kind of tie it together from earlier on. I can still do that and kind of maintain it. I keep it in indirect light, guys. Bright indirect light, so it gives a nice variegation. I water it once a week. It's winter now, so it doesn't need too much watering. This was the single leaf cutting, if you remember, guys. There is, and look, guys, there's a new growth point. 1 month later, it's doing fantastically well. So that's it, guys, just a quick update. And this is how it's doing. Absolutely fantastic. I'm loving it. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Love you all. Bye.